to Nigeria in July 2025. How true is this? Now, let's verify this news. Let's know if this news is true or false. You know, I woke up with this news. My DM a lot of people that they can't sleep last night because I woke up this morning seeing the messages even in the group chat. Let's verify this news. Let's see how true is this news, right? Calm down. Now, I'm checking from Grok. I'm checking from Grok. Grok is the former Twitter, X, presently X. Abonnemara about Grok. You can go and ask about Grok. Emara, why I'm verifying from this is the only place you can verify the new news. This is the only place you can verify the new news. All right? Okay, now, the claim that Finland will extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria in July 2025 is not supported by credible evidence and appears to be inaccurate based on available information. Are you getting it? Ekpa, a Finnish Nigerian separatist leader, is currently in custody in Finland, facing charges related to alleged terrorist activities, including inciting violence in southeast Nigeria through social media. His trial is scheduled for June 2025 with Finnish prosecutors having until May 2025 to formalize charges. While Nigeria has officially requested Ekpa'S extradition, as confirmed by Nigeria Chief of Staff, Defense Chief of Staff General Christopher Musa in January 2025, several factors made extradition unlikely or uncertain. Finnish law and citizenship. Finland generally does not extradite its citizens outside Europe or Nordic countries, and Ekpa holds Finnish citizenship. Are you listening to me? Finnish legislation prioritizes protecting citizens' rights, and there is no extradition treaty between Nigeria and Finland, which complicates the process. Human rights concerns. Analysts note that Finland may hesitate to extradite Ekpa due to Nigeria's human rights record, which you know that Nigeria's human rights record is not good, as Finnish courts would need assurance that Ekpa's rights would be upheld. Lack of official confirmation. Now, the main confirmation of this news. There is no evidence of Bajat Hamed District Court ruling on April 18, 2025 approving Ekpa'S extradition. Did you hear that? There is no evidence. As claimed in some posts on X, Finnish authorities have not confirmed any extradition decision, and the ongoing legal process in Finland takes precedence. Previous extradition attempts. Nigeria has made multiple unsuccessful attempts to extradite Ekpa, including in 2023, when he was briefly detained and released by Finnish authorities. Concerns over his rights as a Finnish citizen and freedom of speech protection have historically blocked extradition. You wanted the point now. Posts on X, such as one claiming a court order for extradition on April 18, 2025, lack corroboration from reliable sources and contradicts report that Ekpa remains in custody awaiting trial. These claims may reflect speculation or misinformation, as no official Finnish or Nigeria government statement supports July 2025 extradition. So be coming down. In summary, while Nigeria is actively pursuing Ekpa'S extradition, legal and diplomatic and procedural hurdles may make it unlikely to occur in July 2025, if at all. This claim is not true based on current evidence, and Ekpa'S case remains tied to Ekpa'S case remains tied to Finland's judicial system. Always cross-check such claims with primary sources, as social media posts can amplify unverified narratives. Do you get the point now? Please, Parabale, make una dey calm down. Stop panicking. There is nothing like that. Okay? Alright, do share this video to others. Kafa happy now panicking. Okay?
Okay guys, welcome back to our live session. So this video is specifically for those that has been asking, that has been bothering whether the news of the extradition of Simon Ekpa is true or not. Yes, this video will give you a detailed explanation whether this news is true or false, because this is not the first time that the Nigerian government have released such news that Nnamdi Ekpa will be extradited. This thing has started ever since Nnamdi Ekpa was held at Finland. Every time it keeps happening at every 3 months. We will hear another news that he will be extradited. So right now we are going to know if truly this is true, because we just found out that some people have researched and found out that even the news of the extradition of Simon Ekpa is only within Nigeria, that the main news, which is supposed to be coming from Finland media, that such is not seen anywhere. So we are wondering why. Now,
this very news has been trending in the last 24 hours, that the Finnish court has given an approval to extradite Simon Ekpa from Finland back to Nigeria, to face his offenses or his criminal, offenses and records squarely. I took my time to check, various international and local media outlets to confirm if truly that information is correct. Unfortunately, I can tell you here right now that there are no reliable information to substantiate that very trending news that actually that the Finnish government will be extraditing Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. Simon Ekpa, who was arrested some time ago, I remember when he was arrested, a lot of people sent me DM telling me, Inspire Castro, talk about this Simon Ekpa's arrest. Is it true? What is the fate of the young man? First and foremost, there are a couple of things that need to be pointed out. I do know that actions and reactions are equal but opposite, and there are consequences for every actions. And sequel to this, part of the reasons you see me on the internet space, lending my voice for good governance in Nigeria, is as a result of the rascalities we have seen over the years from our political office holders. And also, when you look at the sectional agitations we have here and there in Nigeria, people from the southeastern part of Nigeria, from the north, peculiarly the southeasterners, it's as a result of the agitation, gross marginalization, maltreatment, hate speech, and gross hatred that this region of southeastern part of Nigerians have meted over the years. Hence, the reason for many of the agitations you see here and there. You can tell that is exactly the reason why Nnamdi Kanu, a voice in the wilderness, rose up some time ago. Having said that, I will equally go further to remind you that I for one, I am not an advocate of any form of rascality. I am not an advocate of any form of crisis. I'm not an advocate of violence. I do not approach or tackle issues, with violence. I usually believe that there are other diplomatic ways and means of handling problems professionally in 21st century, because the world has opened eyes. Now, back to Simon Ekpa. Even according to his lawyer, Simon Ekpa's lawyer has equally maintained that he has no reliable information on whether the Finnish court has approved the extradition of Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria or not. If it's a confidential or a secluded information, we are yet to find out. If it is true, it will certainly come up to the internet space. But the questions here would be, will Simon Ekpa be extradited back to Nigeria? And if it is true that he's finally going to be extradited, what are his fate? It was very easy for the federal government of Nigeria to unlawfully, in a very inhuman way, to extradite Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya down to Nigeria. They didn't follow the international set laws for extradition. And that was why Nnamdi Kanu was extradited in such a wicked fashion. According to Rome Statutes of International Criminal Court of Justice, most of the countries of the world are signatories to this Rome Statutes, which recognizes terrorism as an international crime. And as such, countries where a person is charged with terrorism usually cooperate, in the extradition process of that subject. Nigeria as a country is signatories to that very Rome Statutes of International Criminal Court. However, there are a lot of factors that are being considered before extradition will take place. Another thing to be considered as well is, does Nigeria as a country has a bilateral agreement with Finnish government? Obviously, Nigeria does not have any bilateral agreement with the Finnish government. I stand to be corrected. And for Simon Ekpa to be extradited, Nigerian government has to prove that all the allegations leveled against him, all the war crimes, all the genocide, because genocides and war crimes are part of the, terrorism offenses that are classified according to the Rome Statutes of International Criminal Court, that if you are found guilty, your extradition process will be easy, and then you go back to your country to face your charges or your crimes. So the Nigerian government would have to prove, beyond every reasonable doubt, provide evidence that Simon Ekpa actually committed the crime that he's been alleged or charged. That is number one. And number two, the commission has to also look at the human rights record of Nigeria, how people are being treated. Does the government respect the human rights of the people? So they're going to look at that, and you and I can say clearly that human rights in Nigeria, people's human rights are being violated. People's fundamental human rights are being violated on a daily basis. So these are some of the issues or factors that will make the extradition of Simon Ekpa very difficult. However, it's not something that is impossible. If the federal government of Nigeria does their homework very well, goes further to sign bilateral agreement with the Finnish government, and able to prove that Simon Ekpa committed those crimes, his extradition process will be swift. It will be successful. But if they are not able to, prove all of these things, it may not happen. So, more so, another thing to bear in mind is this. Simon Ekpa, worked as a soldier. He's a soldier in Finland. I don't know whether he's still an active soldier or whether he has retired. He worked with the military. And he has also been a politician, I think from far back 2017. And he belongs to the current ruling party in Finland, National Coalition Party. So with some of these affiliations, he will also be pulling his weight as much as he can. His lawyers, his acquaintances, will be doing all they can traditionally to also protect his interest. So there are circumstances surrounding his case, even though Nigerian government, the Nigerian military, according to the Chief of Defense Staff, Nigerian government is doing all they can, working out their mathematics to make sure that Simon Ekpa is extradited. If due process was followed with the case of nnamdi Kanu, I am not pretty sure whether nnamdi Kanu would have been extradited back to Nigeria. There will have been some other forces and factors that would have prevented him from being extradited. Rather, they kidnapped the man from Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria in that very inhuman, forceful manner. So these are some of the issues that is worth bringing out to the public surrounding Simon Ekpa's case. However, if that information, like I said from the beginning, is confidential and secluded information, it will eventually be available in the public space, such that everybody will be publicly aware. But at this moment, these are all I can say concerning the case of Simon Ekpa, and I go further to remind our political office holders. The earlier you guys begin to dish out dividends of democracy to Nigerians home and abroad, the better for all of us. Criminality is increasing in Nigeria in their numbers, day in, day out. Terrorism, kidnapping, people are losing their lives on a daily basis. Focus your attention, concentrate your energy on bringing dividends of democracy. Like I've said, restructuring Nigeria, going back to regional governance is the solution. Look at the Nigeria of today. We are gradually moving close to a one, nation political party. A one single political party, which is not good for any nation. If there is no opposition, such a country will die. I can tell you. The Delta State governor has decamped to APC, from PDP to APC. Okowa has decamped from PDP to APC. And I can tell you, there will be a lot of decamping before 2027 election. Nigeria is gradually heading towards hitting a rock, because all these people are doing is to find shelter in APC Like Oshomole once said, once you join our APC political party, you will be protected from all your crimes. That is why corrupt individuals who have squandered billions of dollars in this country are heading the most important parastatals in Nigeria, like the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the list continues. We may not make any significant headway if we continue.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you see, as you can see, it is no longer news that Samuel Ekpa will be repatriated to Nigeria. You know, that big word, extradite, na grammar. He is going to be repatriated to Nigeria. Yes. Chukwe Kukia Biama, Chukwo Kukwa Biama, I know that they call her. He don't leave Samuel Ekpa alone. Biafra, Ineza, Finnish land, Abi Finland president will be back to Nigeria before the end of this year. And when he come back, they go use and take exchange the kanu. Yes, Nigeria government will shoot the kanu for the Igbo people, and they will take in Samuel Ekpa into custody. No, that's not the situation. The situation is they will carry Samuel Ekpa and add him to the kanu in DSS custody. Then the kanu and Samuel Ekpa now they will start to the true blow. They will start to the fact. Because we could remember that a few months ago now the Kanu came out to say, let Nigeria government release me. All the nonsense going on in the southeast will stop. Who is that bagger? They have not given birth to that bagger that will disobey my order. Oga the Kanu, I know you may not see this video because for where you did, they say you don't get access to internet or phone. Or you may even see it. They feel whisper around to you. The bagger you wanted to look for when they release you is coming to come and meet you in Jete. That bagger is coming to meet you in Jete. Now, when Samuel Ekpa was making video agitating for Biafra, which he has right to, the problem Samuel Ekpa had was a problem of overconfidence and overzealousness, thinking that whatever he does, nobody will hold him accountable because he was living outside Nigeria. Not knowing that when you come out as an individual to take responsibility for a terrorism act, you will be treated as one. Something will happen in the southeast. Instead of Samuel Ekpa to come out and sympathize with the people that are affected and say that this is not the purpose of the Biafra movement or the Biafra agitation, he will come out with his full chest and take responsibility for it. Say, yes, we destroyed them. Oh, we send them. Oh, Avengers, whatever army, they are taking over. We will destroy them. Any military vehicle you see, any police officer, this and that, to the point that some of the people who were working based on the command of Samuel Ekpa allegedly caught a road safety officer, asked him to kneel down, made a video, and posted it online. They were taking glory for causing pain and anguish to people. Now, you will be extradited to Nigeria. Your eye will clear. Yes, so your eye will clear. Because the Nigeria government is looking for somebody they will use to show an example. Now, you have put yourself in that situation. Chukwu Kukia Biama will come and help you. Chukwu Kukia Biama is coming to help you. Chukwu Kukia Biama Gidie. Yes, so now the Biafra people have left him behind. The first said he not be Biafra struggle a day. You know, those of you that were saying, oh, Samuel Ekpa is working for Nigeria government. Nigeria government, I don't even know. Average, the people that believe in this Biafra struggle, they are configured to be stupid. That is the problem. She been in the Nigeria government that paid him now, the one chasing him now. They are the one that want to. Yeah.
So, Finnish court has approved Simon Ekpa's extradition back to Nigeria on 15th of July 2025. So, July 15th, Simon Ekpa will be in Nigeria to face punishment for terrorism. Anyway, I'm not in support of Simon Ekpa, but if the energy, the level of energy or the amount of energy this federal government is putting in to extradite Simon Ekpa or towards nnamdi, if they are putting this level, I can say even half, 1% of this energy to end insecurity in Nigeria, we won't be here. We won't be suffering like this. If they are putting this level of energy in fixing this economy or fixing this country, even 1% of this energy, Nigeria will be a better place. Nigeria is suffering to the extent that a new terrorist was formed. Mahmuda was formed in their presence. They are not doing anything. Do you know the reports we got that over 2,600 people were already died in 12 months or in 9 months by terrorists? Who are the terrorists? Why are they not after the main terrorists? Why haven't they declared state of emergency in a place where these people operate? There's some community in North where these people have already captured. They have captured some community. They have taken over. They chased away people in from that community out of the community. And nothing was done. They focused on nnamdi Kanu and the Simon Ekpa. Kilo, they have been at this country in the favor of some people. Whatever. What did you guys think? In my opinion, though. And everybody is
a very big lie have been flying on the social media space for the past 4 days about Simon Ekpa being extradited from the Finnish government to Nigeria to face his terrorism charges against the Southeast region. But according to my local founding, research, they said that the BBC Igbo spoke with the Simon Ekpa new lawyer. He said that nothing like that. Rather, on the 15th of July, they claim they're going to extradite Simon Ekpa. Is the time he's going to appear in Finnish government court because they have not convicted him yet. But if you're an Igbo, celebrating, rejoicing about him, remember something died under your head. Remember the Nigerian government is ready to cripple, to do anything, to borrow more money, to make sure the name called Biafra doesn't exist. But tell me, do you think this is a true or do you think it's a lie that comes from the big head of Nigeria medias? Say it on the comment.
The Finnish government is set to extradite Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. Now, when I first made this video about Simon Ekpa some months ago, there is no insult I did not receive. There's no insult you can think of that I did not receive. People called me a liar. Some said I should post evidence. Am I saying in Finland? Blah, blah, blah. Now, what is happening? Let him come back and dance to the tune of music he started playing. Because a leader cannot be leading people from another country while he is instigating fights and wars in his community, killing people's lives. Let him come back. Let him go and relax in prison there and enjoy his stay. Because a man who is abroad and giving orders, and people in this country are taking orders from somebody who is hiding himself and his family. Now you are bringing yourself out in danger because somebody who is not in Nigeria is giving you orders and you are obeying them. Let him come back to Nigeria and come and be a leader here. There is no need being a leader of IPOB or anything from outside Nigeria. Come and fight the government you are fighting. Come and fight for your rights here. Why are you running away? Fight here if you have the guts. Welcome back. And for all of you that will still come back and insult me, it is not new. Welcome to the comment section.
Okay, guys, so it seems like not all Biafrans are in support of Simon Ekpa. Whenever the topic of nnamdi Kanu is being brought up, you will see like 90% of Igbos supporting him. But whenever Simon Ekpa is being brought up, it's like half of Biafrans are supporting him. And some people are asking, why is it that nnamdi Kanu has not speak on behalf of Simon Ekpa? Are you telling the person that they are holding to speak up against another person? They have not released him, and you are asking him to talk about another person's case. He is being held in this DSS for how many years now? Simon Ekpa's own is even better that he is in Finland. At least Finland, there he still has some coverage. They are still debating whether they are going to allow Nigerians to take him or not. But this one, Nigeria have already captured him from Kenya. Do you see how Kenya have removed their mouth in anything that concerns nnamdi Kanu? They don't want to talk about it again because have come and carry who they want to carry, whether unlawfully or unlawfully. That one now concerns Biafrans. But now he has been in DSS for how many years? Now the same Nigerian government is also talking about the extradition of Simon Ekpa. Now, why some people have the issue of Simon Ekpa is that when he was there, when he was giving order, telling Biafran people to do this, do that, that was very, very different from what nnamdi Kanu was preaching. That was very, very different from what nnamdi Kanu was saying. Simon Ekpa was just go out there, anybody you see, just destroy. That is not how you are going to get this Biafra, if I'm to tell you. Now, on the issue of if this extradition is real or not, I don't know why they are making it to be a secret something. If truly that the Finland have decided, okay, we are going to extradite Simon Ekpa on 15th of July, don't you think that the lawyer of Simon Ekpa is going to be very much aware? But now the lawyer is even saying that nothing of such has been given to him. He has not taken any notice. So why are Nigerian government saying it if the Finland government have not actually said so? Anyway, we will be here and we will be waiting for 15th of July to know the one that is actually going to happen, whether Simon Ekpa is truly going to be here. Now, since they have convinced that Simon Ekpa is a sponsor of terrorism, what about Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu that has never asked anybody to go out in the street and start destroying Nigerian government, start buying police or army. Nnamdi Kanu never said that. All he's told Nigerians, or Igbos in particular, is to protect yourself. All Nnamdi Kanu has been preaching is give us Biafra, give us Biafra. But why they are still paying him, I do not know. At least they are now saying this is why we want Simon Ekpa. What of Nnamdi Kanu? What is the particular main reason why they are still keeping him? Although we will be waiting for tomorrow when next he will go to court, we will know what will happen. So guys, that is it for Simon Ekpa. If there is more updates, be rest assured that I'm still going to bring it up for you. Thank you so much for staying with me up to this moment in life. I'll be going live again by 8 p.m. Please do well to join me.